This is about the windrose. We will explore the many threads of its evolution through the centuries. In the beginning there were the waters, and upon these waters moved the wind from the four quarters of the earth, and they were called Boreas, the north wind, Eros, the east wind, Notos, the south wind, Zephyros, the west wind. There are many winds in the Mediterranean area, but only four were given the most consideration by Homer, and they were Boreas, Eurus, Notus, and Zephyros. The mariner's orientation was to stretch both arms to sunrise and sunset while facing the northern star. This compass card of 1584 is an example of the mariner's orientation. A solar east-west reference system is embedded in the very words we use for the cardinal directions. This wind diagram of Aristotle is based on the apparent path of the sun. Lines are drawn for the equinox and the summer and winter solstices. This is an early windrose based on Aristotle's wind diagram. The east-west line on this windrose corresponds to the line drawn between sunrise and sunset at the equinox. Note that on the equinox, the sun rises precisely in the east and sets precisely in the west. The path we see of the sun across the sky results from the rotation of the earth around the sun at a 23.5-degree angle to the ecliptic plane, causing a summer solstice, a winter solstice, and two equinoxes. In 250 BC, Demosthenes divided the world into quadrants, centered at Rhodes, his hometown. He then developed a 12-point rose whose rhombs were named after the farthest points of the known world. In about 200 BC, Eratosthenes observed that winds issue from sectors, not points. At 100 BC, a Tower of Winds was erected in Athens. It shows the 8 sectors of the winds. This world map of 548 AD shows the 4 winds and the 4 rivers supplying water for the earth from paradise. This very minimal world map by Isidore, Bishop of Seville, shows only cardinal directions. In this 900 AD world map, Paradise and Eden are placed at the top, with the 4 wind blowers at cardinal direction. This world map, made in the time of Charles V, is surrounded by 12 winds. Before there was a magnetic compass, maps included a windrose to orientate the sailor. The classical winds were generally depicted with initials for each rhumb line. Here are some examples. The rose has connected the known and unknown, far and near, as a reference system for the sailor defined by the winds. The wind itself goes by several names: Atman, Pneuma, Spiritus. All of them mean wind, breath, and soul. And so what we call the wind occupies not only the air that moves or the sea that cradles, but also the man who responds to the rhythm and flow of the wind and the sea.